welcome to Prague. Just give me a minute to defrost. That was freezing, that was so good, oh my gosh, I didn't think I'd enjoy it that much. That was so much fun. So that was the ice bar here in Prague, and it was so much fun. Oh, finally defrosted. So I've seen these ice bars before because a lot of cruise ships have ice bars, and it's usually like $50 or something, but that cost me $12 plus you get a free drink, and I got an extra drink after that which was $6, so really the drinks are $6, so I paid $6 to get inside. It's crazy, but it was so much fun. But when I booked it, it said you're only in there for 20 minutes. And I was like, oh, that's not that much, but that's enough, trust me, because you are freezing by the end of it. But the glasses are made of ice as well. Like everything's made of ice, but the glasses are made of ice. So my glass started melting, so my fingers were just freezing. I'll put the link in the description so you can come here as well when you're in Prague, but definitely do that. Like I said, I've seen it in cruise ships before, but I've never done it because it's so expensive, but you need to wear the big coat, and it's like everything's made of ice. Like the bar, like there was an ice piano in there, 40 tons of ice, and the bartender said it was -10. -10, it was freezing. But there was only me and 4 other guys in there. Like I said, you book it by like the half hour, so they open at 12, so I got the reservation at 12 because I didn't want to be in there with like 50 people, because obviously I don't want to get in anyone's way when I'm trying to film stuff. But yeah, it was perfect. It was so much fun. Like we were taking pictures of each other, like it was really cool. So with the ticket that I got, you got a free drink, so they have like vodka and beer, like whatever, and then I decided to get 1 extra beer. So the Heineken was $6, which is 125 Czech crowns. But the shots are 100, which is $4, so it's super cheap. Like compared to a cruise ship, it's crazy cheap. And if you want to know where it is, the Charles Bridge is right there. So that's like the #1 place to go in Prague. We're gonna go over there in a second, but it's right over there. So it says Story of Prague Museum. You go straight in there, that's where the ice bar is. So there is where you want to go. So you go inside there. They also have a bionic bar, but I think the ice bar is better. So go inside there, and then here's the Charles Bridge. So let's walk over the bridge. Welcome to Charles Bridge. You can see Prague Castle up there. I can't believe I enjoyed that as much as I did. Like, because I saw pictures online and the bar was absolutely packed. I have no idea how many people I can fit in there, like 40 or 50, but yeah, just a few guys. It was so good. So many people today. I see so many tour groups from cruise ships. I see Viking, I see Celebrity, I see Emerald. A lot of tourists today. In the movie Mission Impossible 1, Tom Cruise went right down these stairs. Oh, let me get my last few hours of sunshine before I fly back to cold England later tonight. At the end of the video, I'll give you my opinion about Prague, because it's definitely mixed. I really like it, but there's things that I don't like, but it's a really cool place, and they have something that England doesn't have, which is the sunshine. I could only get a late flight back to London, so my flight's at 9:30 p.m. tonight, Prague to London. It's currently 1 p.m, so we are going to see a bit more of the city before we fly back home. I love traveling so much. Many great things about England, but one of the big negatives is the weather. Like you simply can't rely on it. Like now it's April and it should be springtime, but literally winter, summer, spring, autumn, like any day of the year in England could be rain. Like it's not a stereotype, it's completely true. Like you cannot rely on the weather, and that's one of the things that I really dislike about England, because you know, if you come to places like this, they have real seasons, and I wish we had real seasons, because then you know, like, okay, it's gonna be cold today, okay, it's gonna be hot today, you know. But we don't have that, and that's one of the things that I really don't like about England. I love seeing dogs meet other dogs for the first time. It's so funny. I could literally sit in the sun for the next 6 hours before my flight home, but I'm gonna go up to Prague Castle again. Just over here is the Wall Pub, and if we go past the Fab Four, there they are. John, Paul, George and Ringo. If you go over this way, something very interesting. If you come just over here, over there is the French embassy, but this is the John Lennon Wall, dedicated to the man himself. I love John Lennon, he's one of my heroes. So busy here always because so many tours like to stop here. It's really close to the Charles Bridge, so definitely go and see the John Lennon Wall. I was talking to my brother recently about it, and do you think in like 50 years time people will still be listening to like Justin Bieber or Ed Sheeran? Because the Beatles are from like the 60s, which is 60 years ago, and people still love them, people still adore them. And is that going to happen with the artists today? My prediction is in another 50 years the Beatles are still going to be more popular than the artists today. That's what I think. So that's the Charles Bridge. You can see some stairs on the bridge, and then you're going to go over there. There's no alleyway, but we're going to go under the bridge. Under the bridge. Like a bridge over. We're not going to sing today. You're also going to get a lot of these stores when you're in Prague. I have no idea where the ships go because there's so many cruise passengers here in Prague. There must be river cruises but I didn't think the river was wide enough to put, I mean, they're not ships. They're small boats when you do a river cruise. So are they river cruises? I don't know. Because I didn't know you can take a cruise ship to Prague, but there's so many cruise ship tours going on. Over there is the narrowest street, and there's so many people waiting. I'm not going to go over there because I already went there a few days ago. Luckily I went there when there was nobody there, but right now so many people. They have traffic lights and everything because the street is so narrow. There's nothing on the other side, just a restaurant, but it's cool to walk down there, wait for the traffic lights, then come back. I'll give you a hint now what one of my negatives is of Prague is this. Graffiti. So much of it, absolutely everywhere. It's horrible. I'm gonna try and not get run over, but this is the closest metro tram station. This is the closest tram station to the entrance to the Prague castle. There goes the tram. There's two types of trams that you see in Prague. These ones are the new ones, but then you also see these ones that look like they're from like the 1950s or something. So I guess they're using these ones until they break, I don't know. But you see the new ones and the old ones. So this is what you're looking for. So this is the stairs to the castle. Over there is the tram station. That's a gallery. So we're gonna go this way. It's pretty hard to find actually. All right, we have started. The sun is shining. It's pretty warm today and I'm carrying my bag. Let's go. I made it. It's not that far. Maybe a 5-minute walk. I was walking really slowly as well. Add another 5 minutes, you're gonna get to here. Look at this place. Amazing. How do you build something like that? I have no idea. Absolutely huge. The first day I was in Prague, I did a tour, and the tour guide said that the Prague castle is 5 times bigger than Buckingham Palace. But there's like 5 different buildings. There's all of this area. So if you're just comparing the actual castle to Buckingham Palace, I don't think this is bigger than Buckingham Palace. But if you're counting all of this, then yeah, maybe it's 5 times bigger, but that's cheating really. Check out this view. Amazing. You can go inside, there's a post office here, you can buy tickets here, but it's so cool. So many people, so many tour groups, a lot of high school kids on spring break. Kind of reminds me of Notre Dame. I think people forget how old these places are, because this was built in the 9th century, which means it's over 1,000 years old. So if you think about, if we built this today, or if humans built this today with the technology we have, with the equipment we have, it would still take years and years and years. But they did it with, I don't even know, what kind of equipment did they have? Like they did it with their equipment 1,000 years ago and they all managed to build this. And then it just makes you think like it takes us so long to build roads and build buildings now. And they were building this kind of stuff 1,000 years ago. It's amazing, really. 你说的中文非常好。
是吗？
是的。
你
为什么你
会讲吗？
不会？不会。为什么你说中文？
为什么我在大学学了中文？我的专业就是中文系。
好的。
但是现在开始做导游，喜欢做这个。
明白了，非常好。
啊，为什么你学了中文？
以前我就在中国上海。
啊，你这边工作了？
是的，英语老师。
啊，英语老师。
Yeah,
哦，好。
我是英国人。
是英国人。真的。你喜欢中国吗？
我喜欢。
但是他们是台湾来的。
啊，台湾。好的。
台湾。
是的，我喜欢中国。我喜欢。
很好。所以我们觉得谁都听不懂我们的话，所以我们开始。
How funny was that? So I'm sitting there on the bench, and this man and a lady came down and sat next to me, and they started speaking Chinese. And the guy was Chinese, but she was Czech. So they started speaking Chinese. I was like, what? Like, how does she speak Chinese? So then because I can speak Chinese, so I just started speaking Chinese to her. She was like, what? You speak Chinese as well? I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, so you can understand what we're saying? I was like, yeah, I understand your conversation. It was so funny. I'm just still blown away by the castle. Like, I love this bit over here. Like, are they called spires? I'm not sure. But you can see here it's all gold, but it's so big. I have no idea how they make something like this. It has like, not gargoyles, but it has like figures on the end. It's so cool. Languages are so powerful. One of my favorite things about speaking Chinese is people don't expect it. So imagine if they were sitting there and they started saying bad stuff about me and then I could understand them. Yeah, you got to be careful because people could understand you. Going back to people not expecting you to speak a language, that lady was blunt. I didn't want to get her on the video, but I'm sure she gets it all the time when people don't expect her to understand Chinese, but she can. Look at that view. Amazing. So cool. Let's take a walk in the South Gardens. So this is where we are now. This is the South Gardens. It's going to take you right to the front of the castle. So we were just inside here. So if you go all the way here, right to the front. I bet it's super duper cold, but I bet the views in the winter are beautiful with the snow. Look at it. Charles Bridge. Amazing. Perfect day. I see a British flag over there. Don't know why. Look at this small cottage. I wonder if anyone lives there. Maybe the groundskeeper. Amazing. What are the chances? I just caught another foreigner speaking Chinese. White guy with his Chinese girlfriend. I said, wow, 外国人的中文非常好. Amazing. It looks so peaceful. So this is the residence of the president, I think. And the flag is up. Does that mean he's home today? Who knows? We might catch the changing of the guards here. We just did a full circle back at the castle. It's time to go back down. I am back at the bottom of the stairs. Not too far. Welcome to the old town square. Another thing that my tour guide told me is these horses, don't use them, they get treated very, very badly. Welcome to the old town square. When I arrived here, the Easter market was set up, and this is also where they have the Christmas market. And over here is the astronomical clock. There it is, so many people waiting. So between 9 a.m. and 11 p.m. every day, there's a 42-second show. That's it. All of these people are waiting. There it is, 42 seconds. Two very significant buildings. The one on the right is a music venue, and Mozart himself played there. The building on the left is the first location of Charles University, where Albert Einstein was a professor for 1 year. Amazing. They walked just down this street, both of them. Amazing history. It's time to leave beautiful Prague. I'm heading to Prague main station because I'm taking a bus to the airport. I thought it said online that the bus to the airport is every half an hour. So it's currently 5:30. My flight's not until 9:30, which is 4 hours. I need to try and get the 6 o'clock bus, and I don't know where the bus goes from. They just made an announcement that one of the trains is delayed for 310 minutes. That is 6 hours. It's 5:45 now. I'm hoping that the airport bus just goes from outside the station, which is where I am now. But there's like 3 different floors, like you can go downstairs, so I'm not too sure if I just wait here or not. Found the bus stop, it's right there in front of the station. It says that the bus comes at 5:30 and 6:30 and 7:30, and it's 5:45, so I don't know if we've got 45-minute wait or 15-minute wait, I don't know. Station's impressive. The bus came, so I don't know the schedule because online says one thing, the sign says another thing, so I don't know. Welcome to Prague Airport, 3 hours early. Doesn't this board look like it's from the 1980s? Look at that, so old-fashioned. It's funny, sometimes passport check takes ages, but sometimes it's super fast. I feel like it's Christmas. Does anyone actually buy perfume at the airport? And another thing, Toblerone? Like, why do you only see Toblerone in hotel minibars and airports? I just thought of something, because I checked in online, so I have my bag, but my bag didn't go through any security checks. Was I supposed to? Because like I'm literally at the gates. So I don't know if did I do something wrong? I am seriously confused. Like, because I had my boarding pass already, so I just scanned the gate and then went through. Like my bag didn't get checked. Like I didn't need to go to the desk because I already checked in online. But like I'm at the gates. I don't know. We have plenty of time. Let me talk about Prague. So I have a list, a lot of good things, but I have 3 negatives. So the good things about Prague, in my opinion, the first one is it's very, 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 very affordable. I've been to most countries in Europe, and it's definitely one of the cheapest countries in Europe. It is a capital city, and it's still affordable. Some of these other capital cities like Madrid and Paris, they're very expensive, but Prague is definitely very affordable. The next positive is Czech people are very, very, very friendly. They're very kind, and they speak English. If they don't speak English, it's okay. Never ever going to complain about someone not speaking English, but it's an advantage that they do speak English, but they're very kind. Every single person that I spoke to has been very, very friendly with me. The next positive is there's so much to do and see. Could I spend 2 weeks in Prague? No, I don't think so. I don't think there's enough stuff to do in 2 weeks, but if you came here for a long weekend or you came here for a week, I don't think you would get bored. There's a lot to do as long as the weather's good, because it does get very cold, but yeah, as long as the weather's good, you won't get bored. The next advantage is the relaxing atmosphere. It was so busy, so many people, so many tourists and students, tour groups, but it felt different than other major cities that I've been to, because you go to some of these cities and it's so crazy, but it feels busy, you know, like Prague didn't feel that busy, even though it definitely was. The next thing is it felt very safe, which is surprising, because when I talk about the negatives, you'll see why it's surprising. But yeah, it felt very safe. Like I never ever felt in danger. And yeah, I feel overall it was a very good atmosphere, and I really enjoyed it. Like never ever felt unsafe. And the last positive about Prague is it's so easy to get to other countries. Prague is right in the middle of Europe, so it's going to be very easy and cheap to get to other countries, because there's so many countries very nearby. You can take a train, you can take a bus, you can fly, but I feel like the easier option would be to take a train or a bus, because it's going to be so cheap to go to another country. So you don't have to come all the way to Europe just to go to Prague. You know, if you come into Europe anyway, then spend a few days in Prague. So it's time to talk about the negatives, because there's negatives about every place. Nowhere's perfect. First one is homeless people, absolutely everywhere. So many homeless people in Prague, and it surprised me really, because I didn't expect to see that many. And one, it's just really sad to see them, but two, they will bother you. They will ask you for money. You'll see them begging in the street, which is, you know, I don't judge them, I don't know their life, but you will see them, and it's not nice to see, but so many homeless people in Prague. The second negative about Prague is graffiti. I've never ever been to a place that has as much graffiti as Prague. Absolutely everywhere. I don't think there's a clean wall in the whole city. There is graffiti everywhere. It looks horrible. It looks disgusting. I have no idea why people do it, but it feels like, I was going to say that they haven't covered it up, but I'm sure they cover it up and then they redo it again. So yeah, graffiti absolutely everywhere. It looks horrible. And the third negative about Prague is smoking. The smoke is absolutely everywhere. It feels like every single person was smoking. It absolutely stank. I hate that smell. People smoking all over you. People walking down the street and smoking. Standing outside restaurants smoking. It was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I hate it so much. And I can't remember the last time I was in a city that it was that bad. Like, it was horrible. So would I return to Prague? Absolutely yes. Definitely one of my favorite cities in Europe, and I can't wait to come back. I really liked it. I had such a good week, and there's negatives about every place, but the positives definitely outweigh the negatives. Can't wait to return to Prague. Such an amazing place. Add it to your list. From a distance, looks like he's holding a toothbrush, which wouldn't make sense because he's chocolate, but it's hockey. So this is where your suitcase gets scanned. It's so late. Where would you rather go? Dubai or London? Dubai, baby. Goodbye Prague, let's go to London. Welcome to London Gatwick Airport. Technically not in London. Thank you so much for going to Prague with me. There's going to be more travel videos coming very soon. I have no idea what I'm going to do tomorrow. How exciting. Bye.